Hello and welcome guys, I'm here with another quick tip from Tabletop Teacher. Remember to like, comment and subscribe if you like what we do here, it does massively help me out. So what we're doing today is what used to be a really good hack, and what used to be a really good way of doing skin. It's less so much a secret now since contrast paints have come out, but it's a method I'd use on this lady here and this lady here, and basically anytime I need to do skin and make it look nice and neat and natural. And for that we're going to use two paints, 1 and 2, and if we're feeling extra fancy, 1 second. If we're feeling extra fancy, we use this stuff here, Kislev Flesh. This is going to be for our highlight, this is our base, this is our everything else, and then we'll go on from there. So first of all, ceramite white. Shake these like forever. White pigments actually tend to be rather large, which is why it gets really thick and gloopy like Tipp-Ex, okay? So drop that onto your palette. A lot of water, okay? Lots and lots of water. Otherwise, you will end up with chalkiness going on there. And if you want smooth finish, you're going to need to water it up. So a bit of water on that. And just my hands around this bit here. There we go. Okay, so just going to paint in the face, make it all white. Now if you've got models, which most of us do, which are predominantly power armor and you have like 1 or 2 bits of skin on there, going out and buying all the stuff you'd need to do base paint, base layer and shade for that little patch of skin that you want to do, not really cost effective. It will look nice. Will look much better than this, no two ways about it, but it will cost you about 5 times the price to do it, and you'll end up just having most of that stuff dry in the cupboard whilst you're using it. White, you can use pretty much anything. There is actually a really nice trick you can do for making nice bright colours over white. That actually might got in one. Alright, we'll revisit that in a second. Let that dry a bit. White can actually be used as a way of making a pre-base layer for things like painting onto black. Something that you want to be nice and... Right, well, she's got a lot of neck, isn't she? There you go. A pre-base layer for making your next base layer look really nice and bright. What you do is you mix a little bit of the white paint into your standard paint, so your base color paint, and you end up with this very pale version of what you want, but of course you just mix white and whatever color it is you want to do. Now that's fine, you paint that over there, and what that will do is give you a nice underlayer, almost like the second undercoat, so that when you put your base layer on top of it, it will come out looking nice and bright. Alright, there we go. That is fairly ghostly. There we go. And that's about as much as we need to do. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to look a little bit like ghosts for the first couple of bits on this one, but hey ho. I'm doing these in a batch. Of course you don't have to if you've just got a little bit yourself or want to test it out. Highly recommend always testing things out. Be a bit careful not to get anything on black bits, which are complete on this one. Yeah, I don't need to worry about the hair, because that's going to be painted over. You know, I might actually show you that that trick with these girls and their hair, because they all have different colour hair. I'm kind of like going for anime hairstyles on them. Well, hair colours. You know, I don't remember where I got these heads, but they are not Games Workshop ones. We won't have any good female heads until Sisters of Battle come out, really. That's about as much as we need to do on that one, I think. Okay, so put them all there. There we go. We won't have many female heads until Sisters of Battle come out, and then they're probably going to be the same haircut anyway. These are from a third-party supplier. I forget the name. I think it's like Victoria Miniatures or something like that. Nice little heads. Fit perfectly. And variety of hairstyles and face shapes and all that kind of thing. Exactly what you want. Probably not tournament legal anymore. If you are looking for female heads, you can pick them up from Games Workshop. When you buy, what are they called? Stormcast Eternal heads. They have a bit of a variety of female ones, but you'll be buying a bunch of male ones at the same time. If, like me, you wanted to make an all-female guard army, I don't know why I did, I think it was some political reason back when I was younger, then, there you go, then you're going to have to get third-party ones, or just, you know, buy the male heads and be done with it, really. There we go. Nice little ghost army. Okay. So, with that one done... Oh, she's a bit pale. Huh, pale. There we go. That'll do nicely. Let's just go back to the first one. See if that's an even coat. Okay, I'm just going to need one more. Don't be afraid to do multiple layers, guys. There are some people that will always be terrified about losing detail. The thing is though, these models are teeny tiny, and if you are playing games with them, you can afford to have a couple of little errors every now. So don't sweat the small stuff. You've got little bits of flashing on there. Don't worry about it too much. Don't stress about it. Because little imperfections make your models yours. And a lot more recognizable. There we go. She's got a lot more neck than the others. Of course, if you're dealing with white, just be a little bit careful because you can run straight into the talkie zone. Especially with the larger pigment. I mentioned larger pigment before. That's actually physically the stuff which is inside the white paint. Little molecules of pigment are physically bigger than other colours, which is why whites tend to be quite difficult to actually use, or at least as a paint stay still and stay fluid. Basically just dry out quicker. There we go, which is useful when you're making videos, because this lady should be dry. There we go. Alright, well, Jesus. There. God, I wonder if I actually saw any of that. Okay. So, this is wash brush. Apologies if they haven't seen any of this, but I will show you the next step. The white bit is just the base layer on there. Gosh, we're running up to 8 minutes already. Let's get skates on. Okay. Okay, so above that. There we go. Alright. So there. This bit now. Back on flash shade. So that is the white layer done. And then all we're going to do is just shake this up. You know when your shades are shaked up, when you look at the bottom and it just looks liquid. You often get a little bit of sediment and things forming at the bottom. Once you've shaken it properly, all that will be gone and you will have some nice smooth paint to work with. Now, here we go. This bit's next super quick. We'll do it in front of the camera as best we can. Zoom in. Okay. Just paint her face in right the way down to her neck. That. You can see it runs into all the recesses, as a good shade does. And blam, that is one painted skin color. Okay, nice and easy. And there you go, that looks pretty good already. Let's focus on that one. Okay, so nice and quick. Don't have to do much with that one. She will need more details on there. Of course, we will highlight later, but that's pretty much that done. And that will stand up to every tabletop you go to. Let's just do that quick. There we go. And depending on how much skin color you want on there, you could go over with another layer. There you go, that's done. When it dries out, all that stuff will go. And it will look nice in the recesses. Okay, a lot more on that. And if you want different shades of skin, so you want like a more brownish skin or a more yellowish skin, have a go with other washes and other shades. So Casandora Yellow is not what I'd recommend. I'd actually go for Seraphim Sepia if you wanted a more sort of Asian skin tone, which I might just demonstrate now actually. So we'll take one of our ladies, give her Seraphim Sepia. Okay, so this is that sediment I was talking about before. Shake it up and gone. Okay, now this might work. If it doesn't work, I'll be upset, but hey ho, here we go. Seraphim Sepia, there's splodge on there, and you can see, look a bit more, you've got a much browner skin tone. Ooh, hang on, let's get rid of that bit, there we go. Looks a little yellowish for now. Gosh, she looks like she's crying as well, hang on. She's upset because she wanted to be pink. There you go. There you go. Nice yellow colour. Okay. If you wanted brown, probably go for Agrax Earthshade. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to stick with some Reikland Flesh Shade on there. Simply because I like the colour. And there you go. That is how you do that. There. Okay. Now that should dry out relatively quick because you only have a small amount on there. Okay. So let's have a chuck at that. And there you go. Nice pinky colour. And if you put side by side, she's got a little bit more pale to it. That's because she has had the Kislev on there already. But there you go. That's how you do it. Okay. Nice, quick and easy hack. And as I said, Kislev Flesh if you want to do the next layer. Let's just see if we can do that now. Gotta use my big fat brush for a highlight. So I'm on a palette there. There you go. Splodge of water. Here we go. And as I always say, here goes everything. You know, I think it's a bit too thin. Spend some time getting your paint mixture right. It always pays off. You know what, this paintbrush is way too wet. Let's just take that off. There. There we go. Okay, and nose highlight, pop, pop, pop. Forehead highlight. You don't have to be massively neat with these things, but it does help. And if you've ever wondered how the heavy metal If you've ever wondered how the heavy metal guys get it so perfect every single time, they actually don't. What they do is they go back and forth between shade and highlight until they get the right effect. And if you're doing this professionally, that's just what you do, son. And there you go. There. Well done. So, she'll need some eyes, but there you go. That's how you do skin. Nice and easy. It's a bit dark on her. Let's try for a different girl. Alright, it's much clearer on her. So there you go. Nice and good. Let's just do the highlight on her. Probably should have gone for this one at the start already. Okay, focus on cheekbones. Pop, 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 pop. And down the chin. Bit on the nose. Tidy up around the forehead. Tip of the ear there. And flip around. Cheekbones. Tip of the nose. Down to the chin. And there you go. Easy, right? No fuss, no muss. Now she's looking a bit ghoulish there. So on this lady, just show you some eyes. Now notice I'm using the same brush for all these steps. Provided you've got a nice pointy brush, you can do pretty much everything with just one thing. You don't need huge amounts of different ones. But that does require a lot of confidence and some significant brush control. Alright, here we go. I'm going to screw this up mightily now. Oh, there we go. Screwed it up. But don't need to worry about it too much. Yeah, see I screwed up there, right? Okay. Not to worry. Back to the Kislev flesh. Let's do a quick tidy job. When you're dealing with small amounts of paint like this, you don't have to worry about building up layers. And quite frankly, as long as you get it even, no one's going to notice. God, this video's getting long. Okay, here we go. And tidy up. Gentle, gentle. Flip her around. Let's go on that cheek. And there you go. How's that look? Probably could do a little bit more actually. This is where a wet palette really comes in handy, if you've got one, because you can just control the water content in your brush a bit better. And there you go. Nice and neat and done. Okay, and that's that. The second step, which, okay, just show you now. Okay, it's black and missing. Okay. Bad and black. Super pointy. Okay, and go in gently. Just need the barest hint. There. One dot. So you're not actually painting, you're just kind of tapping. Okay, smidge more. This is where it all goes wrong. Tap of water. Get things moving. Take your time with this one. Just take your time. And there you go. Various tint, but nice. So it's just about tapping it in there. You're not really painting it, just using the tip of the brush to tap it in. She looks a little bit gormless there, but hey yo, that's the model done. So I hope you've enjoyed all those little helpful tips. It takes a bit of time, but really, those are all the paints you need to make some lovely faces. Bam, 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 and bam, just to show you those. All those ones there. Gives a blush, turn out white, band black, and you end up with something that looks a little bit like that. Okay, right. Hope you've enjoyed that one, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's just been a quick tip whilst I've been painting, and I hope it is useful to you guys. Have a good one.
Now go!